Hello, my name is Robert, and I would like to introduce you to the Safetycinch. Over the years, the freight industry has evolved in several different areas and will continue to do so. First, to solve problems and provide solutions for our customers' needs, both for the shipper and the consignee. Likewise, we have our own challenges for the carrier to meet these requirements, such as damage reduction, being on time, having the ability to help unload the freight at the time of delivery. Many times while using a box van to deliver long crates, light poles, flag poles, rolls of vinyl, carpet, awnings can prove to be a challenge, as well as using a lift gate to lower top-heavy freight such as gun safes, electric circuit boxes, or tall toolboxes without them falling off the gates. With today's upgraded trailers, we have E-track deck bars and both ratchet and cam buckle straps, which has helped a lot. Now it is time to take another step further for both the people on the dock, both inbound and outbound, also the delivery driver who runs the route. The Safetycinch was designed to help reduce injury as well as damages, returns, and to help meet the customer's needs. We are able with one tool to secure, stabilize, suspend, pull, load, and unload freight to get the job done. I like to show you these steps in the following video so you can see how and why this tool has become my go-to tool when I need additional help, both on the dock working inbound and outbound, as well as running a route. You will notice that this is a redesigned cam buckle strap that has several different options that a ratchet or a cam buckle strap cannot perform. Here we have freight secured to a wall, both by a cam buckle strap and a ratchet strap. The Safetycinch does the same thing. To secure this freight with our Safetycinch, we have a typical D-ring E-track clip that we're going to clip into the wall just as you would a regular strap. Once secured, you're going to bring your Safetycinch around the pallet, and as you go, you're going to release the excess strap to reach your destination. And once there, you simply flip the clip into your track, and you're going to pull tightly with this strap here, just as you would a cam buckle strap. You're just as secure as anything else. And to release, you simply release the button, pull the strap through, unclip, and you're ready to go. So with the Safetycinch, we're going to change its configuration to secure this reel with our secondary cinch. We're going to take our tail end and hook into the E-track. With the cam buckles, you're able to form a big enough loop to go around the reel, and we simply place the strap close enough to the reel, and now at this point we can roll the reel forward to get our strap around the reel. Once there, we can roll the reel back into position against the wall, and now we're just going to simply pull it snug and tight. You're going nowhere, you're secure. No blocks, no bracing, you're ready to go. We have to deal with long tubes such as these that contain flag poles, light poles, awnings, movie picture screens, fragile items that they ship in long cardboard tubes. These tubes get damaged by forklift blades or ran over by tires, and we need to get them up off the floor, which is a great idea. However, when using a ratchet strap such as this, or sometimes we use a D-ring and rope to secure these items like this vinyl, or a zip tie. The operator can see it and not hit it. However, when the operator goes to release these items, this is an issue. So to release the ratchet strap, you have to use both hands to get them involved. And you want to get yourself in a position where you almost want to catch the freight because it's going to get loose. So you're going to release this by pushing down here and lifting up this gate. Oh, see, and there it goes again. You have no control over the strap. So with this, I will just lock it down a little bit so you don't lose it. You have a great opening here with no control. So when you're using a zip tie, which is great, it gets it off the floor, but when you go to release it, you've got to be prepared to catch the freight before it hits the floor so that you're not damaging the freight, but yet you don't want to hurt yourself. You'll want to grab a hold of it and cut it, and there it goes. With the Safetycinch, we can avoid these issues, and you'll have a tool that you can use again. I'm going to go ahead and let this down all the way to the ground. Oh, there it goes. And we'll get that out of the way. The Safetycinch offers several different benefits to this. The operator does not put their fingers in the ratchets to get hurt. Their hands are outside of the ratchet or the cams, thus preventing injuries to your hand. Also gives you greater control. The operator can simply push the button and release the cam as they wish. And that's one setup. We'll set this one up just the same. And we're ready to go. To release this item, you have several options. One, all you have to do is push the button down and let it go. If you fear it's going to hurt you, you can just let it go and it'll stop. If this gap gets too big, you can go to the secondary cam and catch up with the release. And now it's closed the gap again. And again, you just push the button and you can let it down. And you can let it all the way down, or you can close this gap until it's hit the floor. To unload the awning to its final destination, finish lowering it to the ground. Release your loop and slide forward. One person can do it without getting their fingers injured. You have control of the item. Now when it comes time to load our awnings, our picture screens, flagpoles, light poles, culvert pipe, carpet, rolls of vinyl, anything we want to protect from forklift damage via it being hit by the wheel of the forklift or a forklift blade, or even to create more floor space that we can load pallets under, we can use our E-track and secure these items to the E-track up off the floor. But when we use a zip tie to do that, or a rope to do it, or even a common ratchet strap, it can be cumbersome to load into position and secure the freight. And what I mean by that is, what you end up having to do is to lift the awning into position and then shoulder it so that you can tie your zip tie. Or if you'd like, you can even tie your rope, but you're still shouldering the weight and using the rope to tie. Or even if you've pre-tied it, you're still trying to secure it into position and hold the weight of the awning on your shoulder. Or the ratchet strap. I've preset this, so your ratchet strap is here. You're still going to find a position, holding the awning with your shoulder, clipping your ratchet strap into position, and then snugging down tight. Which still leaves a pretty good gap in here. So I'd like to introduce you to the Safetycinch message, which is a little easier. I'm going to unclip this, and it's a different approach. We're going to set our awning into position. We're going to find our anchor point and clip into our E-track. We're going to again open up our loop that we've created with our Safetycinch, and we're going to place our item into the loop of the Safetycinch. Now I can lift the awning into position and pull the Safetycinch strap tight. If at any time I need to stop, I can. I'm not shouldering the weight of the awning. Again, I can lift it into position and stop. And one more time until I'm into lockdown position. At this point, we'll go to the other end of the trailer and secure that as well. So to secure our other end, we're going to secure our Safetycinch into the E-track. We are going to preform our loop once more, and we're going to lift our awning into position. And now we're ready to load it up. All we have to do is pull the strap tight and lift the awning into position. Here, I'm not bearing the weight the Safetycinch is. I can let it go at any time. All I have to do now to finish is to lift it into position. Again, I'm not bearing the weight, and then lock it down. Once in this position, I'm locked down, I'm secure, and all I have to do is take up the excess slack, which I'm going to wrap around the end of our awning and get it out of the way. With our awning secured, we have demonstrated that a person can do this by themselves without putting themselves into harm's way. This is now secure from any forklift damage, from the wheels and or the blades, and we've also created very valuable floor space. Here we have round steel stock that's been loaded into a trailer. And as you can see, the blocks have been broken off of it. There is no pallet, there is no security. And when you're out on a route, a lot of times we'll use whatever we can to try to prevent this from rolling. Chunks of wood, a piece of pallet, or another pallet. This happens to be a 1,000-pound piece of steel. As you drive, it is free to roll from side to side, causing more damage. And so with our safety cinch in the same configuration as we let down the awning, we're going to have our loop. We're going to secure the steel with our loop by simply clipping into the E-track. And we're going to estimate the slack we're going to need. This will take a minute or two, but it's well worth doing. So we're going to lay the strap on its side, and we're going to simply roll the steel over the strap and work it into position. Once in this position, we can line it up and get close to our wall. And now all we got to do is simply raise one up if we need be and pull our strap cinch down tight. Repeat the same process with both open buckles, and your steel is secured against the wall. And you're good to go. So now that we're at the time of delivery, we need to get this round steel stock up on a skid for the forklift operator to work it. If we try to use the blades, we can scar or mar the steel, especially if we're using polished steel that go into a hydraulic cylinder. That is a claim to the machine shop. They've got to have it clean of damage. So we're going to use the safety cinch in a new technique. We're going to release our cinch, make enough slack, and reverse what we did earlier. And all we're going to do is simply roll this to the side and roll our steel out of that cinch. Now that we're free, we're going to change the configuration of our cinch into toe strap mode. By doing so, we're going to lay our cinch on the ground with the handle in first. And we're going to roll the cinch up over the handle. We're going to close our loop, and now that puts us into toe strap mode. Now we're ready to roll our steel over our safety cinch. And we want to get enough position to where we can bring the loop up over the top, and we're going to use our tail hook, and we're going to just simply pass it through, forming the second cinch. Now we're in the toe strap mode. We're going to tie this back to our carriage and lift this up. With our safety cinch, we're going to go back to the carriage and secure it. Once you've used up the excess slack, simply tie off to the strap, and it can hook just out of the way. There's no pressure on it. Now we're ready to lift. Now that we've got our round stuck up in the air, plenty of room for our pallet, to release our strap, we're going to untie our carriage and loosen our cinch, and we can use the strap again. And that is our second cinch. So we're in this configuration, which is our pull strap configuration, and we're going to use this again to move this long crate out of the trailer. A lot of times the forklift will come in and try to pick this up. It'll slip the blades because it's either too long and heavy, or it'll flip over. And we're going to show a new technique with the Safetycinch how to unload this crate out on the dock. So we're going to go back into pull strap mode. We're going to undo our cinch. And we'll set this here for now. We're going to bring on our forklift and position it, and then we'll rig this up. Now that we have our forklift positioned, we're going to take our Safetycinch and we're going to use the handle side and pass it through the bottom of the crate, forming our second cinch. So I estimated enough length to go through the crate. And since this is flat enough, you can pass through this versus a chain or a sling. It's narrow enough that you can pass it through and simply reach to the other side and pull it up. Now that you've got your handle up, which is this is your handle end, you're going to pass the strap through the handle. And I like to reach out as far as I can with the tips of the blades, and it gives you a little more lift. So again, we're going to tie off onto our carriage. And this part you want to make for sure you're nice and tight. And come up through. We're ready to go. Now we're just going to simply lift up, tilt back, and it'll put the weight against the mast and pick up the crate and carry it out. Now that our crate is in position, we simply unloose the strap by untying the carriage. And then pass the handle. And the forklift is free. Using the same technique we used to unload the crate, we can load the crate just as easy. With the Safetycinch in tow strap mode, this is an awesome option that we have that allows you to pull this crate to the back of the trailer when a pallet jack won't fit it because it's either too long or too heavy, or you don't have a chain. This strap will make your day a lot easier. And we're going to simply feed the strap through the crate as we've done before and pass it through the other side. It's thin enough to slide through these tight crates. And then again, we're going to pass our strap through the handle. And we're going to just cinch it tight. Now, as we run this down, we're going to run out of rope, which is not a problem. Today, we're going to use 2 cinches in pull strap mode. So we use the handle side of the strap we're going to hook into our hook. And now we're ready to go further. And again, we'll tie to our carriage as we've done before. And again, the hook does not have to be hooked to anything. It's not pulling the weight, it's just to get it out of the way. Now in this mode, we'll simply take one of our cinches out of the game. And with this design, we're able to unhook it and we can use them again. We did not tie a knot that you cannot untie and ruin two straps. Now that we have our forklift in position and our crate ready to go, as you notice, we did not switch where our position of our cinch is. It's already set up from when we were pulling the crate back. So this makes it a little easier. I'm gonna step over, and what we're gonna do is simply cinch this back down again over the tips of our blades, making sure they're good. And then we're gonna tie back to our carriage. We're gonna lift up, we'll tilt back, the crate will go against the mast, and we'll unload this and position it where we want. If there's any problems, before we leave the trailer, we can reset, re-rig before we unload. And today we have a collapsed pallet. As you can see, we cannot get our pallet jack into, we cannot get our pallet puller through, and we're at a place that does not have a dock. Just like we did the crate, we're going to use the Safetycinch in pull strap mode, and we're going to feed the strap through the pallet. And because of its being narrow, we can do this quite simply. We're able to get access to this corner, so we'll just simply pass the strap through the pallet and reach through to a place where you're not going to get injured. And here we can kind of wiggle the strap through. And again, all we need to do is form the cinch that we formed before in pull strap mode and hook it up to the forklift and let the forklift pull it to the back of the trailer, just like we did when we unloaded the crate. So once we've made our cinch, we pull it tight, and now all we have to do is hook to the forklift at the end of the trailer, and we let the forklift pull the pallet to the back of the trailer, make the delivery, and no returns. Today we're going to unload a 3,000-pound gun safe on a lift gate, and we're going to stabilize it. As you know, it's a challenge to keep it, especially at the final tilt of the gate. And so we're going to release our Safetycinch and secure it to the wall. And we'll simply move this back out of the way. We're going to use our pallet jack, and we'll get it positioned out on the gate. Now that we've positioned our gun safe out on the lift gates, we're going to use a Safetycinch from side to side as an anchor point in our trailer. And pull tight. We have our anchor point ready. We're going to form a big enough loop to go around the gun safe. And we want to try to keep our cam on the outside of the gun safe with the pull strap this way and the hook side back to our anchor point. And we're going to take our loop and place it around the gun safe. And cinch it tight. I suggest a little slack to our anchor point to give it a little flexibility as we come down. Now that we have our Safetycinch on the gun safe, we are anchored with a little slack and we're ready to come down. Now that we're at the ground level, we have two options. We can either unloosen our Safetycinch around the gun safe, or we can unhook from the truck tighten our Safetycinch again, and we have a handle now. We can actually help hold our gun safe. And now we can go anywhere we want to go with it. So as you can see, you have several tools in one that can perform many functions. This helps get the job done safely and more efficiently and effectively. It helps reduce injuries and damages and returns of items that could not be moved to the back of the trailer or was too unstable on the gate. The dock person and the driver have another tool at their disposal when they need it. You not only have a strap, you have a smarter strap. This will help you improve your all-around safety and performance. Thank you for viewing the Safetycinch, the smarter strap. If you have questions or comments, please contact us through our website, safetycinch.com.